All right, here we go, guys. 6:02 a.m. We're here with famous returning crew. There's Andy, there's Greg, there's Kirk, there's Ernesto. We're headed to the south side, ocean fishing today in Montauk. We're hoping for some life. Flag's not stiff at all. So, nice wind day. Wave predictions are favorable. See how we do. All right, here we go, guys. And a very memorable July trip with my returning clients, Kirk, who booked the trip, and more on Kirk later because he's going to have a very memorable day and actually a memorable 2 weeks. We'll talk about that a little more. Ernesto is next to me as we're driving out. There's a shot of Ernesto talking to me. And we have Greg and Andy, who many of you know bought my old CV. These guys fish together all the time. They fish on Andy's boat. They also charter me, which is great for me. Very happy about that. So we're running to Montauk. We're running to the south side. And this trip is going to be about how many different spots we hit trying to find the fish on this day. This was Saturday in late July, right before the full moon, and we could not get the fish to cooperate. We're picking fish here and there, but it was such a tough bite. So many interference fish mixed in. But at the end of the day, it's still going to wind up being a memorable trip because of one fish. One fish saved the day. In the first instance, we are going to stop in one of our closer spots, an area known as the Frisbees on the south side of Montauk. First trip we did, we're flying. It's very close to that full moon. There's no wind right now, but we are flying, so we are going to drop the trolling motor, point it into the current just to slow us down, let the guys get down there with reasonable bucktail weights, 3 to 4 ounces. And Andy, on that first trip using the trolling motor, is going to hook into our first keeper of the day. Looks like you're pretty vertical, which is good. There you go, Andy. That's got weight. Trolling motor paid dividends right away. Let me get through. Oh, sorry. Good one, Andy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh. All right, guys, I'm going to shut the trolling motor off. Otherwise, it's going to screw us up right now with me not operating it. I'm just going to shut it off for a second. That was drag, I heard, right?
Yeah.
Holy cow. So Andy's gone the whole season fishing on 17 boats, and he's got no keepers. Hopefully this is his first of the year. It's okay. You're on too? Or are you and him?
I'm on. Nice.
You're a nice fish. All right, Andy, you know what to do. You got to bring him here. Nope, can't net him this way. Got to bring him to me, Andy. There we go. All right, so this is going to be the problem with the trolling motor, guys. It's so easy to get all fucked up. We're going to have to...
And I got a link.
You got a link. We're going to have to, like, synchronize our drop. It's a whiting. Or drop them. It's a nice fish, Andy. And definitely a keeper. Yeah, and what I'm struggling to explain there is that when you are using the trolling motor, you are artificially affecting the drift. And it's quite critical that everybody kind of go down at the same time or mark where the other folks' lines are and adjust accordingly. So if the person in front of you's line is coming backwards, jump ahead of them so that this doesn't happen. There's not going to be a huge issue, but on this first trip with the trolling motor, obviously quite the cluster bomb here. Again, very well, they had a boat limit, but there you go. That had weight.
Still does.
It looks like a fluke, yep. Oh yeah. That was very much a Rick set though, so I'm hoping, Gregissimo, it stays on. If it doesn't stay on, I'm still counting it as a keeper and angler error for not setting the hook. Trying to give the captain a bad name. Sabotaging the captain. Greg. I say Gregissimo, you say Gregamo.
Gregamo string cheese makes a great meal.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a keeper.
That is a nice one.
All right, swing him around, swing him to me. Got him.
There you go. You broke the streak.
We'll measure, but I think he's going to be 19 plus. And yeah, that fish was right around that 19-inch mark. We put it back, too close for comfort. And there was nothing after that. An hour plus of fishing, just catching ling and sea robins and small sea bass. So we're making our first of many moves that day. We're heading south. We are heading to deeper water, on to the next spot. And we're not going to have any luck there. We're going to pick it up again 2 moves later. We're now in the deep, deep part of Montauk. And we're finally going to get another keeper. Ernie's on. Hold on, guys. Better or no? Looks okay, right?
Yeah, I think it's a sea bass now.
You're good, you're good. Worry about your fish. He's got a sea bass. Oh, it's the bottom. All right, then I'll come around now. We got this net here if we need it. I don't think you need a net. Looked like it took a dive on you. Might keeper, I think.
18 number.
Come on. Ah, dude. Look. 19 and a half.
Oh, sure.
And I think one of the toughest things about being a captain is knowing when to move. We're not going to get any fish after this fish. We're on the ocean. We're in the ocean. See a ling brought up. We got a ton of interference fish. Not much fluke life. My buddy JT Trolley of Next Drift Fishing is fishing in Gardner's Bay, about 15 miles from here. Not in the ocean. And he's got 5 keepers already. And you're going to hear my angst as I am trying to decide whether to keep us here in the ocean with the fleet or to move to the more docile grounds in Gardner's Bay. You know, there's not going to be boats there either. It's just going to be JT and Doc there. Everybody's out here today because of the weather. If we go there.
How much tide is left over there?
It's going to be the full outgoing, I think. And yeah, hopefully you could hear the pain in my voice as I'm trying to decide. The fear, of course, is we're going to move and the bite's going to turn on the south side and I've just ruined these guys' trip. It's a very tough decision, but ultimately we are going to move. Now look, at this point, Skinner and Rick on their boat, there's one other guy, Jonathan, they have 5 fish. It's going to turn out to be the right move for us. Unbeknownst to us at the time, of course. They're going to finish with 6, so they're only going to get 1 more fish after we leave. We're only going to get 2 fish there, but boy, oh boy, is that first fish going to be a world-class fish. No. That's a fish. That's a good fish. All right, Andy, don't jerk him.
Oh, whoa.
Very good. Very good. Let me get through this. A keeper, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Andy with the foul language. Oh, that was you, Kirk? Oh, I thought it was Andy. I've never heard Andy say anything.
Sure about the
Big sea bass, maybe.
I think it's a big sea bass.
We caught a lot of big sea bass here too. Looks like it has weight though, huh?
Any head shake yet?
No. Bouncing. But you know what? The 27-incher fooled us because it didn't shake its head once. We thought it was a big sea bass. I think it's a fluke, dude. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm seeing the one big head shake. I think it's a big fluke. I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong 98% of the time when I'm guessing these things.
Spot change worthwhile. Dual riding on this. It's like me.
Monster sea bass. Look at the size of this sea bass.
Wow, that's a nice one, dude. Look at that. Good job, man.
That's a big sea bass. That's a 20-incher.
Look at the head on that thing.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. And yeah, that's part of our first drift on these new grounds. We got a monster sea bass and then nothing other than sea bass for like 2 hours. And we're getting desperate. JT had 8 keepers when we got to this spot. They had no more keepers after that. So we got there a little too late. See that big sea bass. But we're going to stick it out. We're going to stay out a little later than normally we would. I know that bite's going to turn around. I know the fish are there, and we are going to be rewarded. And as we're resetting here, just listen to this conversation I'm having with Kirk. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, there's a giant out here, so we can still salvage something. All right. It's big, whatever it is. Kirk's on a big fish. Could be a big sea bass, could be a big fluke, could be a big dogfish. We don't know.
Could be a thresher.
It's not a thresher. I think I just saw a little head shake.
Yeah.
Remember what I just said to you? What did I say, Kirk? We're out here in this spot, trophy hunting. Just need one fish to salvage the trip, one big fish. And by the guy who booked it. Boy, you can barely turn that reel, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking heavy.
Oh, and you used
Sorry.
you used the fudge word.
I forget.
No, you're good. You're good. You know, I'm messing around with you. Oh, it's a fluke. It's a fluke. You saw the head shake? We had a 27-incher earlier, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whenever it was. See if we can beat that today. Watch your lines, guys. Just want to see that color.
It's Fluke.
Big fluke. Big fluke. Oh my God. Dude! Halibut!
Great job.
Oh, all right, one more for you now. Dude, what do you think it weighs?
I have no idea. That's a big fish.
Yeah, it's a double digit.
That was harder to reel up than the 10-2 I had last 2 weeks.
Holy cow. And yeah, if you were listening carefully there, you heard Kirk say that was harder to reel in than the 10-2 I caught 13 days before this. Kirk was fishing on the Gypsea, another great party boat located in Brooklyn. He got his first ever double digit, 10.2 pounds. 13 days later, he beats that. This fish measured in at 31 inches and tipped the scales right around 12 pounds. We took some quick pictures. And Kirk agreed, even though we did not have it. Remember, this is only our third keeper of the day. We had one that was close that Greg caught, but we threw it back. Being the sportsman that he is, he kept the 10. He wanted to let this one go. We guesstimate that this fish is about 12, 13 years old. Right? These big females lay a ton of eggs. We're going to take a couple quick pictures, like I said, and then it's on to release the fish. All right. Oh, he's ready to go. There. Oh, hoo-hoo-hoo. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Oh,
Trip saved, right? Trip
saved. Trip saved. Trip saved. And that hug was genuine and sincere. And you hear me saying trip saved. And yeah, I mean, people are paying a lot of money for you to take them out fishing. And when the fishing is tough, which it was for most of the fleet, we were communicating with multiple boats in the ocean that day. Not much you can do as a captain other than try hard. And we took a chance moving, away from the ocean, and we were luckily rewarded. But it's not going to be the last fish we catch. We're going to have another quality keeper to end the trip. It was not good. We came out here.
Oh, that was a stick.
Any good? He has a little weight, right?
I'm not used to this rod.
Okay. What's a Skinner rod?
I haven't. This is my first time really using it.
I mean, I'm not seeing weight.
Yep, it's like swimming up with me.
Well, it's a keeper. Good job. It was swimming up. It's got weight, 4 pounds.
Yeah. Good job, Aaron.
Thank you.
I don't know why it, oh, maybe 20, over
21?
21, 22? What do you think, 21?
At least 21.
And that was going to be our last keeper fluke of the trip. We did get, I didn't show many of them. I think I only showed one. We did get a number of large sea bass on this trip too, which also helped. Sea bass are delicious. I think they taste better than fluke. But obviously the highlight of the trip was Kirk's 12-pounder. Congratulations again, my friend. What's more remarkable, like I said earlier, 13 days before this trip, Kirk had a 10.2 on the Gypsea, so his second double digit in 13 days. Many people go lifetimes without one. I've only had one in 25 plus years of fluke fishing. To get 2 in 13 days is a remarkable feat. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it shows some of the angst involved with being a charter captain. And more importantly, you know, once in a blue moon, a plan pays off. Thank you again. Kirk. Kirk is a member of the channel, by the way. He got $100 off this trip for being a member. One of the perks of being members. Consider joining, please. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.